how do you attach a camera inside your car, what creative angles can you get while filming, and also what camera settings should you choose. Hey everyone, today we're talking about how to attach a camera to the inside of your car to capture amazing driving content when you're on the road. Whether you're vlogging your travels or capturing engaging driving content, I've got you covered. First up, let's go over the 3 things you're going to need. The first thing is a camera or a phone that you're going to record with. The second thing is a reliable suction cup mount. I'll link to this one in the description. It's rated for up to 5 kilograms and it's got loads of mounting points on the tops and the sides. It's also got a rotatable panoramic head, and it also comes with this short magic arm, but you might want to get a larger one to help with camera positioning. And the third thing you're going to need is a microfiber cloth. All right, let's go inside because it's just about to rain and there's a million flies. Next, let's set up the suction cup mount. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions and warnings when using a suction cup mount. Let's start by preparing the windscreen. Grab that microfiber cloth and wipe down the area where you plan to attach the mount. This makes sure that the suction cup is going to get a solid grip. Now it's time to attach the suction cup. Position it where you want your camera to capture the best angles. I'll show you a few creative options in a second. Once you've found the sweet spot, press the suction cup firmly against the glass and lock it in. For this mount, you pump repeatedly until it can't be moved and the safety warning light disappears. Attach your camera to the cup using a magic arm that can safely handle the weight of whatever camera and accessories you plan to attach. Double check to make sure everything's 100% safe and secure, and then go and film. Let's talk next about some creative filming angles. By the way, this video's not sponsored, but this channel is supported by you when you buy my 52 Laws of Video ebook. Check the first link in the description or scan this QR code to learn more. Thanks for the support. Let's talk about creative angles and then we'll get into camera settings. The first angle is to fit it to the inside of your windscreen on the passenger side and then point the camera towards the driving seat to get a shot like this. This is great if you want to be able to glance at the camera and talk to it while driving. For the second creative shot, you can put it on the inside of the passenger window to get B-roll shots of you driving when you're not talking to the camera. Creative shot idea 3 is to fit it to the back of one of your windows and get this shot where you can see the driver as well as where they're going out in front of the car. When it comes to camera settings, there's 3 main things to think about, the first of which is exposure. So you're going to probably be better off with manual exposure if you're comfortable with that. If the light outside is fairly even and, for example, you're not going in and out of tunnels and the lighting conditions outside aren't changing, going through forests with lots of shade and then back out into bright sunshine, manual exposure is probably going to be best. But if you've got a lot of light conditions changing outside, then you might want to use some sort of auto exposure setting. And to help out, you could get one of these little lights, which I'll link to in the description. And you can use these to add a little bit of extra light on your face while you're driving during the day. But you don't want to use one of these things at night. It might disrupt your night vision and it's a potential safety risk, or it might even be against the law. The second main setting you're going to want to think about is your focus setting. If your camera or your phone has amazing autofocus, then you can probably rely on that most of the time. But manual focus is also great when you're filming yourself inside the car, because the distance between the camera and the driver, for example, if that's who you're filming, is always going to stay the same. So the focus distance shouldn't change that much at all. Also, if your camera angle is showing you what's outside, you might not want autofocus changing little bits all the time, as that could be quite distracting. All right, on to setting number 3, and that's stabilization. You're going to want to experiment with having your camera stabilization turned on or off to get the best shots for you. Whether you have your stabilization on or off depends on quite a few things: how good the camera stabilization is in your camera, the weight of the camera, how steady the arm is attached to the suction cup, how bumpy the road is that you're driving on, and how good your car's suspension is. Here's 6 quick tips to help you out. The first one is to use some kind of remote monitor or phone app to check your composition, like the Sony camera app, to preview the shot and even start and stop recording or change exposure settings. Number 2 is focal length or lens choice. A zoom lens is going to give you more flexibility to zoom in and out of positions, but zoom lenses are usually a bit heavier, so you've got to take that into account when fitting it to your suction cup mount. You're going to want probably at least a minimum of a 24mm wide angle lens, but but preferably something as wide as 20 should be ideal. Even though this video is about mounting your camera inside your car, I just wanted to mention tip number 3 to help keep you safe. You don't want to use a single suction cup mount on the outside of your car. Instead, you're going to want to use a triple suction cup mounting system and also use some kind of safety tether. All right, number 4, when you're using the suction cup mount inside your car, you're going to want to make sure that neither the camera or the suction mount is going to fall and hurt someone or interfere with the safe operation of the car. Number 5 is to check your total payload weight, including the camera, any accessories on the camera, and also the magic arm that you're using to attach to the suction cup. You should only buy a suction cup mount if it has a stated load rating, otherwise you just don't know what might or might not be safe. And make sure your total payload package is well within that maximum weight. And number 6, make sure you obey all driving laws and make sure you always stay 100% safe for yourself and other road users. I believe anyone can learn to make great videos, and this channel is all about making better looking, sounding and edited videos. If that's something that you can get behind, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. You might want to check out this video next for more creative driving filming techniques. I'm Jason Roberts and I'll see you in the next one.